Hello everyone, welcome back to At Home with Horizon. I'm one of your hosts, Matt, and I'm here with David.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back.
And I'm here with Zane.
Hello.
There we go, and we've got a lot of information for you guys today, a lot of stuff to talk about, mostly about WallDale, which is very exciting. We've been casting.
We've been busy with that.
We've been busy. How have you guys liked the casting process so far?
No, it's been very fun on a reel. We've seen a lot of people's self-tapes. We did not expect this many auditions.
No, we got a lot.
It's really surreal experience, from where we started to be here now. This is a big jump, but yeah, I'm loving it. It's been lovely seeing everyone, meeting everyone in the second stage as well, live, on Zoom, but in person in a sense. It's been really nice meeting everyone, and even if you didn't make it through the stages, thank you so much for auditioning. It's been really lovely, really great, and it gives me a lot of hope for future projects, for sure.
We've had some really tough decisions.
We have. It's been
a
whole
hard
jigsaw puzzle to piece together.
It has been hard. We've had characters that have had loads of people auditioning, characters where only one person auditioned. We've had some characters where no one actually chose to audition them for.
Yeah, we've managed to find the right person out of the other candidates.
Yeah, no,
kind of crazy.
It's a lot of hard decisions.
Yeah.
I was over in America while we were filming the second stages, so it was 6 o'clock in the morning for me when you guys started. It was.
You were literally in the kitchen, weren't you?
I was in the little kitchen area. I joined the first. I think it was the first audition we had.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise that we'd started it, and I was putting a shirt on.
Yeah.
And I joined the Zoom with Dawid and Zane, just talking to a few bits. And they brought the auditionee in as
No, she was already in.
She was already in.
Yeah, basically we were waiting. We saw her in the waiting room. Me and Zane, we were ready, and then obviously we were waiting for you. But then I was like, oh, it's 5 minutes after her time. I'm just gonna get her in and try and stall for time. And then Matt just joins shirtless, phone upside down. And it was a great start to our first ever audition process.
She is now in stage 3 as well. She's in the final runnings as well. So
clearly wasn't off put. So
no,
that's good. That's a good thing.
It's been swept under the carpet quite nicely. We've had a range of self tapes. We had some self tapes which had been fantastic. We had an instance where someone sent a self tape in, and it was 2 pages of script sent individually as lines.
Yeah.
Which
it's a bit weird method, but we're not going to single anyone out. Obviously, we are still grateful for the auditions. We honestly, we did not expect. We had over 60 people audition.
It was
for a small production who before have had no one audition other than your closest mates.
Yeah,
this has been mad.
I know it wasn't.
It was surreal. Are you coming out? Act?
It was an Instagram message. We
just messaged our friends. But yeah, as we record this podcast now, we are one day before the official start of stage 3, which is the final stage. From there, we will be choosing the best possible auditionees for every role. And I think, give a few weeks' time, we'll be announcing the cast very shortly.
A few weeks' time, possibly end of October, we'll have a cast to announce.
Yeah.
Which will be exciting.
I am looking forward to that.
Are we going to do it in one block or do it like bit by bit?
We'll probably do character by character. You'll probably see ranging from not necessarily the smallest roles, because even then
every role has a significant role to play,
especially with the way that the show's written.
It's mad. I can't wait for you guys to find out more. Once the cast is announced, there's going to be so much more content. We're looking at trying to get some of the cast. Obviously, we don't know who as of yet, but we're already planning ahead to get some of the cast onto the podcast, talk about their experience of the whole process, how they found out about it, all of that. I'm really looking forward to announcing it. There'll be so much more content coming.
Yeah,
so
I can definitely see, because we've branched out as well in our last podcast. It was our last podcast episode. Wow, it was our last podcast episode, wasn't it, where we talked about the different branches of Horizon.
I believe so. Yeah.
So
I think we briefly mentioned it. I don't think we went
it was the main topic.
That's the main topic.
Bad memory.
So we'll have way more content to give out to the other services, if you will. Obviously, Horizon Pictures is going to be where you'll find our films and our trailers and our series. But we have a sub-channel called Just Horizon where we have our interviews. We'll have other content
That'll
on there.
That'll be all the behind the scenes, definitely.
Yeah. That'll be all behind the scenes. We've got a few others which we need to build on, but the foundation's there.
Yeah,
and I'd definitely say as we get close to announcing that cast, you'll see a lot more of us. You'll see a lot more of us.
Horizon's going to come alive, sure.
And I'm very excited to see that.
Yeah,
I'm very excited to see that. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised at how unbiased we've been, because some I say that in a good way because we have had people that we've known.
Audition. We might as well just quickly explain. Basically, before we put the general public casting calls out, we invited some people that we know. As you may know, Matt has very good contacts with fellow actors.
Yeah.
So we reached out to people we wanted to invite to come and audition. I think it was like 20 people we invited, something like that.
There is around 20, 21 characters in WallDale.
And we basically invited someone for each role. And then we're like, we'll put the general casting call after that. Mainly because we did not expect this many people to audition.
No, we didn't. I thought as well, sending out these invitations, people would kind of be on board with it. But we got some people that responded to the invite. We got some people that didn't, which is fair enough. That's fine.
Yeah. That's the whole point of an invite, I guess.
Arguably, I'm kind of glad that we didn't get everyone who invited came along. Given what we've seen from other people auditioning, I'm glad that we didn't just go with that.
Of all the people we've invited, there's currently only one in the running of stage 3.
Yeah, so that is.
So out of 21, given the fact, I think we can mention this. Whilst no casting is announced, we have 6 roles filled.
Yeah, we have
confirmed.
We have 6 roles filmed
with the characters. We're not gonna say their names or anything. We're waiting for the casting calls once everyone's cast. And if any auditionees are seeing this before the stage 3. This is nothing to do with don't worry, it's not like was I not good enough to get cast straight away. It's just certain circumstances. I think we could say 3 of the cast members we know. They were very good. You want to explain?
So my original idea was to get everyone that did WallDale originally in college to come back and do it. And there are a few people that we've cast that are coming back to do it, but mostly it was instances of we've seen them act, we know they're good, and they're the only ones in the running, so there's no one to compete against.
We put the trust into it.
There was no point kind of putting them through stages when they're the only one fighting for the role. We saw a self-tape from a person that was just in the running, and it was arguably a good self-tape.
Okay.
It was a good live
I'm
audition.
gonna shout this person out without actually saying their name. Because I don't want to announce anything again. They'll know if they're listening to this because we've been in contact with them. This person, firstly, I don't also want to say he was the only one running in for the character. I think he had a few. There
was around 2-3 people.
So I don't want to take that away from him. We only cast him because we didn't have anyone. Basically, we saw his self-tape. Was like, wow, he was very good. Then we saw him live, and it just confirmed everything we needed.
It got better as it went.
Honestly, it was one of the best things. And again, I don't want to make anyone else worry. We have some very talented people in stage 3.
The cast is looking very strong, even with the people in the running. With it in the running, if there was a way where I could just write more characters for people to get them all in, I would. I absolutely would.
Obviously, this
but our bank accounts would not like that.
And also business does not work like that. But honestly, this person that we have cast from the stages he's really good. Like I said, I don't want to take away anything from anyone else still in the running. There was quite a few instances where we thought, do we just cast them? Because they were very good. But we're trying to be fair. We're obviously trying to be equal. And a lot of the other people have gone for quite popular roles, so there is a bit of competition there. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to welcoming the cast. There's a lot of talented people. I'm very positive with who we've got so far through, and I'm sure everyone we cast is going to be amazing in the show. So,
if we say character names, it's not going to mean anything to you guys. We've not done an official kind of character meet and greet thing, but you know, if you're coming back and re-listening to these things, we had a lot of people auditioning for the role of Alison. We had a lot of people auditioning for the younger characters of Eleanor, Bella, and Joseph. Those character names don't really mean much to you, but they're good roles, and they were very popular. But again, we're happy. We're doing fine. Casting is going good. I have faith in what we've cast. I have faith in who we might end up casting. It's all gonna go very well.
Yeah, we definitely know. Out of the competition for each character, we have no favourites. We know that whoever we do choose in the end, based on every stage, because again, not just stage 3, not just it's not just this final stage isn't the deciding factor. We're gonna reconsider stage 2 yourself tapes, and we know that whoever we choose is gonna be the best of that the best variation of that character they can be.
Yeah, that's the joys of it. But a lot of I did a Q&A recently on the Horizon Pictures Instagram. We got a few questions. But one thing that came up was dates for WallDale. And that is, when that's coming about, when that's coming into fruition.
I think that's our next topic of the podcast as
well. It is. So what a smooth transition.
Well. It fits very well.
Did you see me do a little lean over to see if I can read the
I also checked the notes.
So we've already said we're hoping to have a cast at least decided maybe midway announcing the end of October.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the goal.
And then filming. When does that start? When does that end? Will it ever end? We're hoping to do something that we like to call a little bit of fundraising.
This whole process has been a mind boggle. We've had so many different plans,
and we've had to change them.
We've changed it. We've been in contact with a certain person who's going to be working on it.
Cinematographer wanted to.
Yes. We've for crew wise, I've reached out to a very good friend of mine, Harry, and I spoke to him about crew, DOPs, stuff like that. We're getting all that sorted, and he came up with the idea of filming the first episode, and just the first episode, in February of next year, because a vast majority of our cast is going to be uni stuff like that, and so we picked a reading week between the 11th to the 19th. We're going to shorten the filming to roughly about 3-4 days tops, and kind of shoot that first episode in that week somewhere. Use that for promotion, make some trailers out of it. We're not going to release the full episode because we're hoping to premiere the show at a few web series festivals.
Yes,
definitely. Where hopefully we can scrape anything, kind of get it out there. We'll that's fine, because usually the plan was originally just film it all in one go and bang it out on YouTube when it's done. But I like the idea of us taking the route of festivals, whether it's for films or
it's what we've got
series.
to do. We want to make Horizon bigger. We've got to start looking at other options. And film festivals is a very good opportunity. I know you've already looked at some in America.
I looked at some. There was one in Austin, Texas, and another place I don't remember.
We've been looking at stuff like that. The general plan is film that first episode. From that first episode, create 2-3 trailers.
Create a few
promote
trailers,
everywhere.
Get some hype behind it. Get
the cast building the hype. Obviously, they all will have their own little support and fan base
They'll
in
have their
a
own
way.
support. One thing that I love with productions is when the cast seem enthusiastic about the production.
And we've definitely had that with.
We have had that so much,
which is so nice to hear, by the way. So thank you so much if you have been enthusiastic about it. It's really nice to see.
So I'd love to talk to cast about potentially doing any live streams on social media to interact with people. Come on the podcast. We'll do little videos with our cast. We'll do videos with Horizon as a whole. Branch out. All in all, the cast will be the heart of the film.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the most filmmakery way to put it.
Definitely.
And I think going from like Zane said earlier, film like messaging people that we know, just being like, "Are you coming out to act today?" And then going from that to jumping to putting WallDale on a screen at a film or web series festival.
Yeah.
That is going to be a massive jump, and if we can pull something like that off, like I said, a lot of WallDale's budget is coming from our own pockets.
Yeah.
Which is just how it be sometimes.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. So I think the first shoot is definitely covered for.
Yeah.
And I think worst case.
There's definitely going to be a WallDale. There's no plans of stopping it. There's definitely going to be a WallDale.
Definitely going to be one.
Budget is the only factor that will affect how late it releases.
I think absolute worst case is it's filmed in next August, which is absolutely worst case. Because I can imagine not only building budget, because working to get that budget, and then necessarily getting everyone available at the right time. I'd say worst case is August. There's a break for universities and sometime in April. Yeah. There's one at the end of June. So we've got after February there are 2 windows to get it filmed, 3 if you want to include August. So I definitely say by the end of next year it's done, it's wrapped. And then it can go into post, which is where all the fun little magic happens of colour correcting, grading, and adding all the little visual effects
together.
Piecing it all together. Which
that's the. I think that's basically covered the schedule.
Yeah.
The plan. I think we should give an update on where we are with other pre-production, as in. There's not just casting to pre-production. We've been recently, a few weeks ago, we went on a location hunt. Yeah, we did a whole location recce. The good thing about it is, obviously, WallDale is a town.
Yeah, it's a small little town.
What we've done is combined 2 villages to kind of give it like a on-screen town vibe. And one of the good things is obviously we're a small production, don't have a massive budget to travel around the world for film locations. So we've really maximised what we can do here. We've combined 2 villages that are very close to each other for a lot of, I'd say like
vast majority,
60-70% of scenes are going to be in these towns.
And we've already planned out where the other places are going to be or near where they're going to be.
I think we can mention some of the locations. We can start revealing a bit more.
Yeah.
So I think one of the highlight locations of the show is going to be a pub.
Yeah, it's Saf, one of the characters that we have. A lot of scenes take place in Saf's pub. And for various different reasons. The show opens in the pub. People go there for a lot of reasons. And it's one of the
if you think about it, if you think about Britain, the UK in general, where do you find most people chilling on the weekend or during the week, like in the evenings? It's a pub. WallDale being set in the UK, we want to follow that. We want to give it that UK tradition vibe. A small town is going to have a pub. Because it's a small town, it's going to be one of the only pubs, so that's why people gather there. Regarding that location, I think we've got a very strong plan for it.
We have a strong plan for it. We still need to. I tried reaching out to someone that I thought was the manager of the pub, but they haven't responded. So maybe not. We'll probably either head down or call up at some point, and we'll talk to them about it. We'll settle down and see what we can both bring to the table with that.
Yeah.
And if not, we do have other options.
Yeah, we have other options.
Yeah. There's always a plan B, C, D, whatever. We're not. I think a big change with this production, being our first big production, is we're definitely a lot more organised than we
We're
were.
not banking on anything happening.
No.
We're not banking on it.
We are straight to the point. Like, we're being more realistic, but also on that comes from our planning. It's a lot better. So yeah, the pub is a very big location of the show. Another big location, the town hall, which again, luckily for us, both villages have a town hall that we're using for filming, but one of them is very accessible. We can literally have it booked out. So that's our plan.
Yeah, get it booked out. I think they do however much for like.
They've put up a.
Put up a sign recently.
Yeah, like a banner saying
it's basically
call if you want to book
hire.
it. So call for hire basically. So that's very good.
That's good. Well,
so yeah, locations are I want to say almost 100%.
Locations
complete.
are almost done, but what locations we were struggling with for when we went out on our hunt was more the
corporate.
Like the corporate type of buildings, like finding places for their.
Which is what our main goal is now in production, pre-production, I should add. But yeah, so that's locations. We've mentioned casting. We've mentioned fundraising and all that.
Yeah, there'll be fundraising.
Scripts are 100% complete.
There are little tweaks that
like that's just natural though. There's always going to be a few tweaks just before the official release.
Yeah, there's just little tweaks. There's stuff that we're thinking of adding, but it'll be something that we'll talk to on the day, see if actors are on board with it, and then go from there. But all in all, WallDale pre-production is going strong. It's all gearing up. And that's all we've got on WallDale right now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's everything we can announce.
Unless you want to talk about how Stage 3 works, like what we're doing with that, with the auditions and everything.
I think that how Stage 3 works has been explained to the auditionees. I don't think it's necessary information for everyone else.
We'll leave it for later and
we'll
say
I'm
how
sure,
it went on the next podcast.
I think definitely upcoming podcasts with certain cast members by then. I'm sure they'll delve into it. We'll have a few questions ready for them. If you have any questions about WallDale, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. If you're listening on YouTube, on Spotify, there's no
comment section.
Honestly, DM us on Instagram. Like, we are very active when we get messages and stuff. Feel free. We'd love to answer. We might do a few more Q&As.
Look out for those.
Just make sure to follow our socials. So the next thing we want to talk about is something we had going quite a while back. But we've changed the approach. We've revamped it, especially with the change up with the Horizon franchise, all that coming in. We've changed the look, and we're therefore taking a more business approach to it and more professional approach to it. And that is our all new updated Horizon store.
The Horizon store is made a return.
Yeah, round of applause, everyone.
Round of applause.
I think it's a great move by us to have this up. It's in collaboration with Spreadshirt. Not physically, they haven't asked us to make it. It's just using their service, which is really good. I'd recommend if you're looking at your own sort of merch or anything like that. This is not an ad. I'm just literally hyping them up for free. So if they want to work with Horizon, hit us up. I'll be more than happy to promote it. But the Horizon store, it's in our link tree. Make sure to check it out. I think for us, it's a great move. It's a great way to build funding.
Great move. I have two sets of Horizon merch. I
had a shirt. I think I've grown out of it now because it was one of the older ones. But I have ordered myself the new Era design, which I think is really cool. It's one of the best designs we've made.
What sort of thing did you get?
I got a black T-shirt. Yeah,
black T-shirt.
I'm gonna be repping it in the clubs. But
I've got a white hat. I've got a white hat and a hoodie, which was I think the hoodie was the first piece. It was the first piece of merch that we made.
Yeah.
And it's just a simple hoodie with just Horizon pictures on the side.
Yeah.
Nothing I say nothing special, but it's special.
It is special.
And then I've got a white hat with an old Horizon design on it. But some of the designs that David showed us some of the designs today. They look
Oh,
good.
yeah.
They look good.
They're new designs, aren't they?
Yeah, so they're not. So the designs I showed them today, there was 2 new ones that haven't been released. We're looking at trying to get designs out to do with obviously what we're making, but also
Yeah.
just some unique designs.
Just general designs. I like the merch where it doesn't look like merch. Say like say you like some people might want to support some people might want Horizon merch but don't want to walk around with Horizon pictures stitched into the clothing. So just a little something where it's like, oh, this is Horizon merch, but it can pass off as just regular clothing.
So for example, the new era, that's what that does. It's a cool little design, a graphic. It's not like if you saw it, you wouldn't assume that's Horizon Pictures, but it is to do with Horizon Pictures because we released the new era when we started the new era of Horizon.
It's like
so
if you
stuff
know,
like that.
you know.
Yeah, it's stuff like that. So make sure to check out the store. I believe prices are reasonable. I think we are looking at trying to get lower prices.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna update the prices. We can definitely get them a bit lower.
Yeah, 100% we can.
And also make sure to be on the lookout for promo codes. I believe recently I received a few amount of promo codes that were given to us by Spreadshirt to distribute to our fans.
That's quite good.
So I think that's something to be on the lookout for as well. And also we don't make the full cost of the product. We only make a certain amount once it's been taxed and not gone through all the liable things it needs to go through.
Yeah.
However, the small sum we get from the sales will all go towards budgeting, towards funding.
All goes towards budget, same as the Ko-Fi really.
It's just a different way of kind of donating in a sense.
Yeah, it's like a donation, but you're getting something back out of it. Which is
you're getting a nice
arguably
piece of
best
feet,
donation.
a bit of drip, you know.
A little bit. We have the Ko-Fi page up as well. That is, if you're not wanting to get a shirt, you're not wanting to get like a hat or like a phone case, you can chip in for as little as £1, and
it's just basically the shop is just another way. If you've got a bit more money lying around, and you want to spend it for a good cause in a sense of funding for us, you can obviously spend a bit more. You get a product with a bit of our branding, so also you're helping us in the sense you're representing us, and we get a small amount of the fee that goes towards our funding, towards our budgeting. So all that would be really appreciated. So
it's
make sure to check it out.
It's a win-win.
You get something, we get something.
Yeah. But like Matt said, if obviously I understand that not everyone has like £20 for a shirt or hoodie to give, so make sure to also if you do still want to help and just don't have the funds for our shop, make sure to check out our Ko-Fi. You can make as little donation as £1, like Matt said. It's a great way. It helps us and it will be all appreciated. And I believe we are looking at with the Ko-Fi trying to get some freebie packages.
Yeah, looking to get some freebie, looking at getting some more rewards for the Ko-Fi.
Yeah.
You can do it on stuff like Patreon and stuff. I don't know if Ko-Fi officially do it, but
we can still manage
it ourselves. Where I say certain donation amounts or whatever, you can get say a signed poster for WallDale, say a signed thing, signed DVD. There's stuff that you would be able to get in as a kind of
as like a
better way than
gratitude for your support,
as a better thank you than an email saying thanks for the donation.
Yeah, we do care about you guys. Like all support, honestly, even if you're not donating, even if you're just following, watching our shows, that's that's enough for us. Like
it's
just listening to this podcast is enough. But if you want to help more, then there's those options for you. But yeah, I think the main point from that is the new store is up and running. Through our, I believe you can't find it through just looking it up because it's not big enough yet. But
it's on the
make sure to follow our link tree. It's in all our Instagrams.
I put it in my bio as well.
Yeah.
Put it in mine.
So yeah, make sure to check that out. And if you want to help in any way, get some merch. Get some new clothes. Everyone always needs new clothes.
Everyone needs some. I'm looking at getting some. I'm looking at getting some. I
Definitely.
like the design that you made that's similar to the one on my hat.
Yeah.
I like that one.
When
I like
that
one.
release,
I like that
love to
one.
cop.
I'm buying everything.
Yeah.
I like the black hoodie with the red arms.
The black hoodie with the red arms.
Yeah.
But yeah, one more thing. We are looking at dropping some WallDale merch.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of WallDale merch, but we're looking at releasing one set of it, just because we're getting closer to the casting and all that. I mean, when this is out, I'm pretty sure the WallDale merch is going to be out. We're going to be promoting that. Check
We're
that
going
out.
to be busy. If you're listening to us on Spotify at home with Horizon, you guys are a little bit privileged in a way. You get the podcast a whole day earlier than everyone else on YouTube. That's just a way to get, say, people that come and listen over Spotify, say you're on the daily commute, whatever, say you've got a long drive.
Yeah.
Slap us on. Let us keep you company
Yeah.
for your whatever you're up to.
Even if you don't know us, this is a great way to get.
This is
get,
it.
to know
you know,
us.
Yeah.
to know us a bit more. It's just, to be honest, it's just some lads talking about their little business.
It's just us going like when we're done with this podcast, we've got more stuff to plan. We've got more stuff to work on.
This is just one part of our lives, really.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys will get the podcast a whole day earlier than everyone else on YouTube. Take that on the chin. Take that with a bit of pride. If you're listening on YouTube, that doesn't mean like you're.
No, still listen on YouTube.
Listen on YouTube.
Listen on
Listen to
anything.
both. Listen to both.
Listen to
Why
both.
not
Exactly.
listen to both? Maybe there's something different in the YouTube
Yeah.
one than there
Yeah.
is on the Spotify. There's not, but there might be.
There might be if you listen.
There might be. There might be like a post-credit scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
post credit scene.
Might be like a little
podcast.
post-credit. It might be a little post-credit scene or something. Who knows?
But yeah, I think that sums up today's podcast. Really,
That does sums up. There's more
Yeah.
stuff that we could talk about, but
definitely be on the lookout for future podcasts.
Yeah.
Once casting is done, there's
once
going to be
casting
mad
is done,
podcasts.
we are going to be very consistent.
Not just podcasts, other things, Q&As, lives, videos, interviews, all that. They'll be on the Horizon channel. I would say Horizon Pictures, but it won't be because that's our
Yeah, I'd
Horizon
like to
Pictures
keep-
YouTube channel
Yeah.
is very much the finished product.
Yeah.
But Horizon Pictures Instagram for sure.
Yeah,
Be on the
that's where
lookout
you're
for
going to see a
there.
lot of stuff.
Like I said, at Home of Horizon podcast, we'll be bringing a cast on. So yeah,
We could talk
yeah,
about more.
we could
but
talk about more, but I
it's-
think that sums up what we wanted to get across
It's a
today.
WallDale podcast.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a-
WallDale, and there's not too much to say other than what we've already said. We
Yeah.
could go into other stuff that we've announced, but why don't we just do that in a different podcast where you guys can,
Yeah.
say you're not bothered about WallDale. That hurts, but we've got other shows that you
Yeah.
guys might like, and you might be more interested in those, which is fair enough.
Everyone has their own taste, so
Yeah.
just we'd appreciate you listening. Listen to anything you want. They'll be titled. They'll be titled after what
Yeah.
we talk about, so you can always pick and choose what suits you. But with that said, guys, thank you very much for listening. Things to take out today is definitely all the information about WallDale. We are so close to cast announcements.
We are so
We've
close.
just got stage 3 to complete. It might even be complete by the time this is out. Other than that, the Horizon store, check it out. Help us out as much as you can. If you have not got the funds for it, do not worry. Give us a follow. That'll put a smile on our face.
It will.
That'll be more than enough. And yeah, like I said, thank you for all the support so far, guys. That's my
been
outro.
grand,
That's my
that's
outro.
it. It's been great. It's been great. You're gonna see a lot more of us when casting is done, and that is when the fun begins.
Yeah, definitely. Be on the lookout. That's my message to you guys.
Right.
Do you have a lasting message
on,
to say, Zane?
Hopefully we'll get to the point where we can have like a regular podcast and stuff. So like maybe every 2 weeks or maybe
Every 2
Oh,
weeks. Ooh.
Yeah, something like that. But other than that, it's been pretty chill.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been pretty chill.
Beautiful.
That's us. That's us.
Thank
Bye.
you very much for listening.
If you're driving, don't crash. Focus on the road. And
Maybe.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna sort that.
Great tending.